What's going on YouTube? eFake Records here. Today I'm bringing you some awesome videos. I got two videos I want to be releasing to you here shortly. One is of my oil cooler that came in the mail. And then my second one is my push button start system that I got right there that I'm going to install as well with the PKE passive entry unlock and lock feature, which is pretty cool. But first off, I want to do this oil cooler. So here we got the sandwich plate that goes onto the engine, and then from there the filter goes on top of that. We got this. We also have the fitting that goes there and the cooler itself along with some lines. This came with two of these, but what I did was, since I'm doing it anyway, I bought some oil as well as an oil filter and just screwed this end onto the filter to know my size that I need. But like I said, it came with two of them. So yeah, the link will be down in the description below for this, so if you want to check that out. And I'm also going to install my oil pressure gauge to this because it came with these little side bolts that I can unbolt and then screw in my oil pressure sensor. But what I plan to do when I finish the turbo install, because this is all for the turbo, I'm just getting it up and going because my Lancer's down right now. Got the bumper off, I got it jacked up in the air, and I've been working on some stuff. Let me show you that real quick, what I've been working on. Now the camera's battery was dead when I went to do this, and I wasn't for sure, and I wasn't I forgot or whatever to charge it, and I guess it died, so I didn't get the parts that I've been working on. But I moved the battery, I pushed that back here, so now it was right here, got that out and pushed that back, got rid of the old air box, plugged the throttle body hole with some bags so nothing falls down in there and ruins my engine. And so yeah, I got this, I got the new battery cables extended and made up. This pipe is going to go to a blow-off valve, which is going to go to my MAF, which is going to go to the throttle body. I believe that's the way I'm going to do it. If not, the MAF is going to go in front of the turbo, so it's going to be before the turbo. Not really sure. I also rerouted the piping to go between the battery and my engine, just because I think it looks nicer instead of going across that way. It's just coming down there and then it slants out and shoots that way. So I did that. Like, this isn't permanent obviously because I don't have brackets on here. I was just test fitting it and see what it would be like, and I like it, so I think that's the way I'm going with it. So yeah, the first thing we're going to do is mount the cooler itself. We just got to find a location on the body of the car in the front portion that we're going to mount it. Alright, so let's go ahead and figure out where we're going to mount this baby right here. So I did some test fittings and I'm thinking about mounting it right here. So I got these metal bars here. Let's see if I can try to make some kind of mounting bracket for it, I guess. So I'm going to have to bend this up a little bit. So just like this. So I'm going to mount this in to the bumper of the car. And then it's going to shoot up, and then I'm planning on cutting it, bending it again, which I'm going to make two holes to mount the cooler to. So that's the plan with this. Let's go ahead and do the same thing to the other bar so I can get going. Alright, so these are the brackets that I made for it. Let's go ahead and mount this edge into the cooler, and then we're going to mount this to the actual bumper of the car. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Okay, so what I plan to do is mount this right here like that. So now I need to drill some holes on my bumper, stick some bolts, get that locked in place so that that does not move. It's going to be pretty sturdy when it's done. So let's go ahead and mark my holes with the marker, move it out of the way so I can drill some holes, and yeah, so let's do it.
Look, wanna work? But you had it does work.
Alright, so now that's the oil cooler installed onto the bumper, just like that. I got a bolt running down with a nut on the other end of it with lock washers and all that fun stuff. Yeah, basically that's it. So now we gotta run the line, do the oil change, take out the oil filter, and all that fun stuff. So let's get started on that. Alright guys, now I apologize for the cooler install. I was in the process of editing the videos when I realized that I didn't have the ending except for just me installing the actual cooler, so I apologize for that. So I'm going to show you guys what I've done and how I did it and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm very sorry that I didn't catch that part when I was busy editing the videos. I ran out of videos and it wasn't even close to being done, so it's terrible in that aspect. Like I said, I've been using this camera, but I need to get new batteries because they've been dying like crazy, and I only got one battery. So I'm thinking about buying 2 more tonight so that I will be ready to go at a moment's notice. And every time I do something, I'll make sure that I have enough battery power sufficient enough to record it. And now I handed it off to my fiance, and she was the one that was supposed to record it. She said it was recording fine, but for some reason when I went to edit them, I didn't have the videos. So I don't know where they got deleted at, but yeah, that's basically where I'm at. So let's go ahead and show you what I've done. Now I got the bumper on and all that stuff, so I'm going to try to show you the best I can. First off, I'm going to go ahead and pop the hood. So that I can get the video out for you guys today. Anyway, so okay, so there's the cooler right there, and you see the lines coming off of it all the way down, and it wraps around on that side of the radiator. So let's see if I can, without it being lifted in the air, let's see if I can get some view of it. Here, I'll flip my screen. So it comes outside around that radiator, over that radiator hose, through here, and then over the frame right there, and then under the engine mount. With that being said, there's enough clearance that the transmission is not going to squish the lines of the oil cooler. So let's see if I can pivot a little bit more. So then it comes out there and then up to the sandwich adapter. I will tell you this, that I put out the filter, took that off, and then put the sandwich adapter on. I had to cut the fitting that came with it. I had to cut the fitting that you screw onto the engine side. I had to cut that in half because it was way too long. I tried to screw it in, and there's like tons of wiggle room on that sandwich adapter, and it was not tight at all. So I had to cut that in half with my Sawzall So bear that in mind if you're going to do that on Lancer. Now I got the oil pressure gauge working because I got the sensor right there that's hooked up. I'm so sorry guys that I lost the videos. I apologize. Somewhere they got deleted, but that's what it's going to look like, and it keeps my oil really cool. And yeah, so this is just another process into me turbo building my Lancer, so stay tuned for the rest of the build. I'm taking my stuff while I'm out here. I'll show you what I gotta do still for it. Now I'm taking this to a place in town called Brozine's, and they do welding because I got to get my downpipe cut off and welded with my wastegate. I gotta cut this off and weld that as well because this will be like this. It'll be down there like that, and then this is going to be like that, and it's going to be cut off and welded into my downpipe, and they're all going to flow together. And I gotta get a couple more pieces welded on my turbo setup here. But with that being said, I'm really close to being done, guys, so I'm pretty stoked about that. I'm pretty excited because I definitely want this turbo installed. So yeah, definitely check out my videos when I release them. Hopefully I don't have any more issues like this. I also want to get a bigger SD card just in case if I ran out of memory for some reason, then it deleted them by erasing them that way. I don't really know, guys, but yeah, if you like this video, please comment, rate, and subscribe for more awesome videos. So yeah, all right, peace.